Greetings from the farm this week. It's a little windy, as you probably can tell from my gigantic sun hat. The weather's been pretty nice the past week. We actually got about 1.8 inches of rain. So I was hoping for rain in last week's newsletter, and we got quite a bit. So this week, for the first week of Summer Share, we're standing in front of one of our pollinator gardens, and you can see the columbine and the spiderwort right here in bloom, and the bumblebees are having quite a heyday. So this week we have pretty close to the last of our overwintered carrots. So these were dug last fall, kept dirty, and then put in our walk-in cooler at 33 degrees and kept that way all winter, and then we washed them up this week. We have the first of our outdoor harvested kale, which is kind of nice. We've never had kale quite this early. 2 bunches of radishes. The radishes are quite mild. We've had a cool spring, so they aren't terribly spicy. Bread and butter radish sandwiches, just eaten with salt. They're wonderful. A few more weeks of asparagus. We'll have asparagus likely for the next 2 shares. Enjoy that, steamed or grilled or cooked however you like. More field spinach. The spinach this week is an older planting, so the leaves are a little bit bigger. It will have a more robust spinach flavor. So we really like that, stirred into pastas or eaten as a salad. You might actually have to cut the leaves up because it is not baby spinach. And then we have 2 different types of head lettuce. There's a red butter crunch type, which is quite a small head, but really, really lovely and has a wonderful texture. And then the green leaf, which is my favorite for wilted lettuce salad, which does typically requires hot oil or hot bacon grease. We had it just as a salad for lunch. It has a wonderful flavor. As far as what's coming up in the next few weeks, more greens from the field. The strawberries are starting to ripen. They're about the size of the tip of my thumb. And we'll have more and more stuff come online every week.
Here's Rachel wheel hoeing in the carrots. Slow but steady, right, Rach?
Yep.
Rachel is one of our most experienced weeders on the farm. And she's using the wheel hoe to weed right up next to the rows of carrots. So it means a little bit less hand weeding, which the rest of the crew really appreciates.
I'm standing in a field of rye and hairy vetch, and this is a field that we've decided to cover fallow this year. So the rye and vetch are cover crops. We're not going to harvest them. They're here for building up soil organic matter and making nutrients biologically available. And so the rye actually helps to suppress weeds and builds quite a bit of soil organic matter through its stemmy, carbon heavy stem. The vetch is in the legume family, so it fixes nitrogen, or in the nodules on its roots. It's actually a beneficial symbiotic relationship with a bacterium that helps it to fix nitrogen. And hairy vetch is a really good nitrogen fixer, about 150 to 200 pounds per acre. So last year we had some weeds in this field, and it's been in production quite some time. So the idea here is we're going to help suppress weeds, break some of those weed cycles, and then next year we're going to follow this with a crop that needs the nitrogen. So the bees are going crazy in this vetch right now.